What is going on, guys? ShadyMikeGaming, and I'm super hyped to share with you guys a full signature edit for Kevin Durant. If you guys have been following me on Twitter, you'll know I've been actually working on this shot and these edits for about 2 weeks now. And I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Now, I know, obviously we're waiting on Modding Monday. We're waiting on my slider set to drop. Those things are coming. The sliders are coming. It's just that they take time, and 2K can be very frustrating for me. It is what it is. And these are the types of things that I do, the type of content that I make while I'm kind of just clearing my mind from sliders. And I do stuff like this to keep from getting burnt out. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys, put these signature shots into your game. I will have one coming for LeBron James within the next few days as well. The two best players in basketball. I think, two of the best players I've seen in my lifetime. So I wanted to make sure the top players in the game are represented properly as we take a look at them in the game. All right, so first we're going to take a look at Kevin Durant's default jumper. Now, this jumper is mocapped, and again, I'm not saying 2K's mocap was wrong, but I am saying that sometimes the jump shots can look a little bit different from what we actually see in game. So we're going to break this jump shot down in 3 parts. We're going to take a look at the base, we're going to take a look at the way he brings the ball up, and then we're going to take a look at the release, and the release point rather. Now, Kevin Durant, known for his height and his release point. It's not that he doesn't have a high release point, he does. It's just that when he brings the ball up in NBA footage, the ball is much closer to his head. It's closer to the front of his face. His jump shot in game looks nothing like this when he brings the ball up to shoot. Another thing that you'll notice is his base, his legs. It does fluctuate, and you'll see that in footage. A lot of times they are close. Sometimes they're close together like this. I have seen that, but most of the time they are wider, and he often twists his body a little bit to the right. And you'll notice that sometimes his right foot can be significantly in front of the left foot, almost twisting his entire body to the side. Now, what we're going to talk about with the default base is you'll see that, I put a comment on Twitter. I said, what does Kevin Durant have in common with Lonzo Ball in terms of a jump shot? And people are like, nothing. But no, one thing you'll notice is Kevin Durant does bring the ball up through the right side of his body. He kind of brings it up on the right. And you don't see a lot of guys do that. And it's not like he shoots it from the side of his face like Lonzo. He does get it where it needs to go before he releases, but the way he brings the ball up is very similar to Lonzo Ball. So while we're gonna try and keep that motion where he keeps the ball on the left side, I was looking the other way, but it's really technically his left side of his body. He brings it up through the left, but we're gonna try and fix that base. And we're going to try and bring the ball down a little bit closer to his face. So let's see how we did. All right, so jumping forward, we're back in now with our signature edit. And let's take a look at the jump shot and let's see how we did. Now, I want to show you guys a few things. I guess I should have just played it in full motion first. Let's go ahead and do that. That's the shot. All right, now let's kind of break it down here in terms of what we were looking to accomplish with this shot. You're gonna see his legs are spread just a little bit wider, that he needs to be a little bit wider. You're gonna see that his right foot does come forward a lot. You're gonna see this is the big thing here. You have to keep that ball close to his forehead, close to his face, and you have to keep that elbow in. We accomplished that. And then you're gonna see the way he brings it up. He brings it up more so just slightly to the left of his face. I couldn't really get him to do it as much as he does in real life, but it's still, you can see from this angle, he still does bring it through the way he should. And he, one thing about KD is he just has like kind of a flick of the wrist, and we were really able to accomplish that by using the Steph Curry release there. Now we used the Lonzo Ball release to kind of keep that bring up, like where he brings the ball up straight on that left side. So this is going to be a combination of obviously Steph Curry and Lonzo Ball's releases. And the only thing that I wish is his left hand when he shoots does flail kind of flat when it should. When he shoots, he keeps it straight like this, but in the game, obviously it flails out. You can only do so much. You can't really be, nitpick things like that. But I'm very happy with the way that this came out, and it's very accurate to his shot, and he gets just the right amount of elevation and height on his jump shot. Now you can see here, this is the base. We're gonna go with base 26. The Lonzo Ball release, you're gonna go with the Steph Curry release and blend it to 60. Release timing is normal, contested shot is normal. I did say this is a full edit, so we're gonna go all the way through this. I didn't change his free throw form, looks great. For the pull up, I went with Trey Burke. It's an athletic guard style pull up that kind of adds some of the leaning and the athleticism that Kevin Durant does when he shoots the ball. The great thing about it is because we're using that Steph Curry release, he does hold his follow throughs, and you guys know, from footage, sometimes KD holds the follow through, sometimes he doesn't, but a lot of times he does. And I was very happy to be able to use the Steph Curry release to get him to hold that follow through. The spin jumper is not something he does a lot from deep, but he will do it out of the post. He's gonna shoot that ball at a tough angle. He doesn't do a whole lot of jumping, a whole lot of fading, but because his height is gonna let, at that angle, he's gonna get that shot off over everyone in the league, so it doesn't matter. The hop jumper, again, KD is athletic, but he doesn't do anything crazy. He's not, jumping 6-7 feet back like someone like Kemba Walker does, but because of his long legs, because of his athleticism, he's going to get enough space. He's got a great handle, and because of the height, he's getting that shot off, so he doesn't have to exaggerate some of his moves the way that he does. And you're going to see this in game, very accurate to what he does. The layups, obviously there's only one option for KD, long athlete. He's going to extend. His dunks, his go-to package is going to be straight arm tomahawks. I know they seem pretty crazy for him, but when KD goes up for a dunk, they all look crazy because he's so long, because he's athletic. Basic two-handers, basic off one. Sometimes he's going to hang on the rim. We got that. Every now and again, KD is going to play the 4. He's going to play the 5. If he gets a rebound, he is someone that can go up and throw the ball down under the rim. We've got the under basket rim pulls. Every now and again, if he's driving baseline, we've seen him do reverse dunks. Some of them are a little bit crazy, but he's, for the most part, with his dunk rating, going to be doing the basic baseline reverses. And every now and again, if he's on the fast break, I have seen him do this reverse dunk. Really the first one, that one there, I've seen him do that a couple times, so we did leave that in for dunk package 6, just in case, he does want to, show out on a fast break. Going into the fade, again, KD is gonna fade. Every now and again, he's gonna do the one leg Dirk fade, but it's not really his go-to. It was hard because I really wanted to go with the one leg fade, but you got to pick one or the other, and that's not something he does every time. But this is going to be one that takes advantage of his height. It's a very textbook jump shot. He's going to create a whole bunch of space because he is so big, and I love fade 7 for KD. Post hook, we're going with 3, gets a lot of elevation on that. That's fine. The hop shot, he creates a ton of space, and due to the release point, he's going to get that due to his height, he's going to get that high release point. One thing that's exaggerated by media and things of that nature is Kevin Durant's release point actually isn't that high when compared to his body. It's just he's tall, so he does a lot of guard-based things, but because he's so tall, the release point technically is high, but he's not shooting the ball over his head all of the time. Shimmy fade, I went with fade 11. I thought that looked best on him. He's going to be able to create space with that. Shimmy hook 2, we're going with that. And for post spin shot, again, a lot of times he does resemble just a 6'10 guard, and we went with that. The only thing that I changed here is the dribble style. I went with power. I'm not sure if that changes anything in terms of performance, but in terms of when we see Kevin Durant dribble in the open court, I thought power looked the most accurate to him. And in terms of the signature size up, I'm going to cut to some in-game footage here. You'll come to see that Kevin Durant's signature size up, while I thought it was janky at first, it really does work for him if you go through it and use it in the right situation. What you want to do, the way I like to use is from a standstill dribble, you hold the right stick up, and that's going to kind of cause him to do a dribble between the legs. He's going to drift to his right, then drift to the left, and he's going to do the between the legs again and then drift to the left. And while the ball is like here, you want to be holding shoot once the ball is right here. He calls it the hezzy pull up Jimbo. I always, it's just a hezzy, just a pull up. A lot of guys, when you're here in this part, if you play basketball, you already know, if you're in this position, a lot of guys are going to expect you to cross right, especially if right is your dominant hand. And once people see you here, they're immediately going to start to play back to prepare for a drive. But this creates so much space in real life, obviously, maybe not in the game, because in real life you're expecting that drive, but you can then just pull right off of it. And it looks so good. And we see KD do this all the time. He didn't do all of that, obviously, when he pulled up on LeBron in the finals, but one more time in full speed. And that's money. So guys, that's my KD signature shot. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you want to see more like this from me on the channel. Like I said, I do have LeBron James coming later in the week, so look forward to that. But other than that, guys, this is Shady Mike. Make sure to join the 2K Modding Society. Link is in the description. Also, check out my second channel where I'm posting non-2K related content. That's in the description as well. My second channel is called Shady Plays. Check it out. We're lit. Other than that, guys, Shady Mike, I'm out. Peace.